The benefactor, the respected person, is a very good place to linger, to get momentum in the practice, especially if it's a category that you really relate to. So the next category being the dear person. These people are close to us. We know them well. Not, as I said in the talk last night, not a partner, but a dear friend or a much loved family member with whom you have a warm and completely uncomplicated relation. And it's this uncomplicated part that's really important. So they shouldn't be somebody with whom you sometimes have little challenges, nor should they be somebody who is dealing with something really difficult, because that will pull your mind in another direction. So they should be somebody who's experiencing no difficulties and with whom you have a really good relationship. I was working with this category this morning as an example, and a very dear friend of mine has just gotten onto an airplane and landed this morning in Ladakh, and I'm so happy for her. So it was very easy to radiate loving kindness in that situation. All of these four boundless states, metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha, are closely related. In this category, you want to, if you have a choice between two friends, one who is experiencing difficulty, the other is experiencing good fortune, go to the mudita side of the story. Because metta that inclines to suffering is compassion, but this takes a lot of strength of heart to maintain balance at first. Whereas metta that inclines to good fortune is much lighter, provided there is no envy or jealousy. So there are many places, because we know these people well, there are many possible places where things can get complicated. And really this is the beginning of the purification. So if things emerge as you're practicing into the mind and heart that surprise you, this is a sign the practice is working. And just remember, whatever one frequently thinks and ponders upon, that will become the inclination of their mind, what the Buddha says. So the practice here is to acknowledge and hold whatever is arising, but not to go into the middle of it, not to feed it in any way. Acknowledge and continue to cultivate the loving kindness. So it really feels like holding everything in a very large field of kindness. And of course, as I said last night, be aware if the near enemy of metta arises, which is attached love. This is the primary thing that gets purified in this particular category. And if it arises, don't push it away. Don't try to suppress it. Those two things are just indirect ways of feeding something. And don't feed it directly by really kind of reveling in that. Simply acknowledge it, briefly feel it with mindfulness and kindness, and incline the mind to loving kindness, using that same phrase that you've been using. We're human beings, and it's really natural we feel these things. In our conventional life, this is normal. So don't try to stop that. Incline towards the purity of metta. So it looks like, oh yeah, attachment has arisen. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. So inclining towards that, just simply planting the seed. And there may be some resistance, because the metta is much more neutral. It's okay, just keep going. And if at any time you feel like you're really struggling with some aspect of this category, if you've been with it at least a sitting and a walking, and you're doing another sitting and it's just nothing seems to be connecting, you can go to a previous category that does connect for you. But please don't do this immediately. Give it some time. Just relax into this, planting metta seeds, moment to moment to moment. And again, remember the importance of connection. This is an aspect of mindfulness, sati. So being mindful, clearly knowing, what are you saying? Being mindful of this person. Whom are you radiating metta for? Either that felt sense or an image. The more we connect with these two things, and with our own heart center, the more the practice comes alive. So it's very easy, or relatively easy, to simply repeat a phrase, like a mantra. And that's fine, that brings concentration. But that's not the point of the practice. So it takes a little more to actually connect with those things. So connecting and sustaining the attention to the image, the felt sense, the meaning of the phrase. It's a delicate business. You can't push the mind there. That's too much force. It's more opening and remembering. And remembering is a basic function of mindfulness. So instead of trying to connect in this kind of forceful way, it helps to pause and remember. So for example, with the phrase and the meaning of the phrase, you can slow it way down. May I be well. Oh, yeah. Happy. Oh, I got it, yeah. Peaceful. And each time you say the word, really remembering a time when you were well, happy, and peaceful, and wishing that for yourself. So bringing in actual memory in this situation is very helpful. Because this is a heart exercise, not a head exercise. So really touching that experience, and then wishing that for yourself or for another. Okay. So finding that comfortable posture and beginning the practice now. Taking a moment at the beginning to just reflect a little bit and choose this dear friend. And often the first person that comes to mind is the best person. And if other people begin to show up and say, well, what about me? This happens. Just let them be in the background. There will be an opportunity for them as well. Moment to moment to moment, just continuing the practice with these people using the same phrase and the same method as yesterday.